All right, can everybody see me now? Are we good? I'm about to throw this thing in the deadgum ocean. All right, tell me if you can hear me. All right, we got it going. Yay! Okay. All right. All right. Hey, happy Veterans Day. I'm here. I'm by myself. Moose has a SCV meeting tonight, so he is out. But I'm here, and tonight we're going to talk about Veterans Day and kind of what it means to me, what it means to you guys. Um, I know today I went and had a free burger at Applebee's after I went and watched my stepson march in the Veterans Day parade in Franklin. I was really happy to see that. I'm very proud of that young man. He is growing up to be a wonderful conservative individual, and I love that about him. But I want to talk about a couple of things that are important to us. Camps. I want you to try to be more active with other veterans organizations. Try to get out there with the American Legion, uh, the VFW. All these organizations are actually having problems recruiting just as much as our organization is right now, and they're slowly dying out. Um, and we need to be more proactive with them to help find out the veterans. We essentially are a veterans organization. We try to represent our veterans that fought honorably for the South. They are American veterans as of 1958. We all know that. Um, but let's talk about some things that are important right now. Homeless veterans are on the rise. That is a thing that is near and dear to my heart. No veteran should be homeless, especially when we're letting floods of illegals come across the border and our idiot president's giving $400,000 to these fools. He ought to be giving $400,000 to us for losing Afghanistan for us. Uh, but I digress. Anyway, there are programs out there, and I sent a couple of links to Moose. He's supposed to have them put up. And I apologize for the technical difficulties. My computer decided to act like a piece of junk. Don't buy Dell. Dell, if you're out there and you're listening right now, your products are crap because they're made in China. So pretty much everything's made in China is crap. But anyway, so I got some banners going across. The VA has some good programs. And I know you guys have seen my Facebook page and you know that I bash the VA probably more than anybody, which they deserve. Don't get me wrong. They do, but there are good programs out there that can help veterans. Scrolling across your stream, at the bottom of the screen is a link that will help veterans, the homeless veterans in your community. You can get with these programs, get with your local VA, your local CBOX, see what they're doing. A lot of the programs out there, you guys that are retired and you don't have anything to do, maybe you're looking for something to do. I know here in Murray County, they're always looking for, they're always looking for guys to volunteer to drive veterans that can't drive anymore to the VA hospital so they can get help. Um, you guys got to get out there and volunteer. It looks good on the SCV and it looks good on us as a whole as an organization. Um, yeah, Mike, the VFW and American Legion are the future of the SCV if we don't change and think outside the box. It's exactly right. The VFW is losing members left and right, or they're just not recruiting. I know I go to I'm with the DAV, the Disabled American Veterans. and they just don't really do anything here. They try to get going, but they can't recruit younger guys. And it's up to veterans like me that were in Iraq and Afghanistan in the past 20 years. We're the future of those organizations. We have to step up and be a part of them. I know I'm trying to join the local VFW here. Um, it's it's a good organization, but it's full of Korea and Vietnam vets, and these guys are getting old, and they led these charges out there for us, and they made sure that we don't suffer the same things that they did when they came back home from their wars. Well, it's up to us as OIF veterans and OEF veterans that we get out there and make sure that the generations that come behind us, because God knows that America is going to get involved in another war eventually, because we can't have time in our country. I think in the total of our country, I looked it up the other day, I think we've had a total of 5 consecutive years, five in the 200 something years, 240 something years that we've been a country. We've had 5 years of peacetime where there was no conflicts. That's absolutely ridiculous. Ridiculous. Well, and keep sending us off to war and doing stuff like that. But another thing I want to talk about that affects many veterans, including myself, is post traumatic stress disorder. Post traumatic stress disorder is a very real thing. It is debilitating sometimes. I go through it sometimes. I mean, after I went through all those the deaths in my family, I really the depression part of the PTSD really took me down. And y'all didn't see me on here for a couple weeks, and yeah, I had some things going on, but the thing that got me, and one of the reasons I wasn't on so much is because I was really depressed. I was depressed at work. I was depressed at home. And it took a real toll on me. I finally went to the VFW, or not the VFW, but the VA, and I reached out and I started getting some help and started talking to people. There's some good programs out there. There's a thing called vocational rehab for veterans that are fresh out of the military. That they'll train them in a field. They'll pay for your school and all that, so you can get into a field that you like to be in. I got really lucky when I got out and ended up getting a job with the SCV, which is a passion of mine, and I love doing that, and it keeps me pretty happy. But PTSD, it affects so many of us in so many different ways, and you got to have a support system. So if you have a veteran in your family, if you have somebody that's been in these wars the past 20 years that we've been in, just every now and then, just reach out and check on them. I text with a lot of my buddies from the Army. I know I probably should reach out more, but like today, I talked to 10 or 12 guys that I served with in Iraq and throughout my career. We keep in touch through Facebook and social media, and it always helps me to be there with to talk to those guys. It helps me get through those hard times. They know they've been there. We know we've been there. So that's how that's how I get through it, as I talk to them. And also, I can't take anything away from my family. I have a great support system. My wife and my dad is real good. My mom is great. They always they don't know always what to say because they're civilians, and that's hard. My dad sometimes has a hard time with it because he didn't serve, but we communicate through our sports. That's our big thing, and it helps me a lot to have that. And I know you guys always have my back, Victor and cousin Vinny. All you guys are out there. Um, I know how much you guys you care, and I know y'all are there. And trust me, I appreciate that more than you guys know. Yes, Paul and Linda, I know you guys are always there for me. You guys are like you guys are family, not like family. You guys are actually family, and I appreciate that. But homeless veterans is, we got to get out there camps and do something to help with that, help with PTSD. And I hope today that you thought about those that served. I know today was the first Veterans Day that I've had without my grandfather and my father-in-law, and that was really hard for me. Being usually me and my father-in-law, we got together on Veterans Day, and he and I would go get a free meal. We go watch Tyler march in the parade, and we'd get together, have breakfast in the morning. And it was hard. I stood at that parade by myself today. It was just me, and I thought about him. And of course, I thought about my grandfather, who is no longer with us. And we lost so many people this year. It's been a wild year, and I'm ready for 2021 to be over. Let's get into 2022 and make it a better year. Camps, when you're out there, and like I said, we're essentially a veterans organization. We are the only way that we're in the SCV is if our Confederate ancestor served honorably in the Confederacy, and he was a veteran. So you're carrying that on every day. You carry that on, and you honor them by just being a part of the SCV. What a great organization we have. It's full of friends and family. I feel like we're always there for each other. I'll probably talk to more SCV guys than I do anybody else now, and I'm thankful for that every day. So I don't have a lot tonight. I just wanted to talk a little bit about veterans, and you guys are in the comments. Give me some. Man, what did you do here, Moose? Well, I had other connections up here, but another thing I really want to talk about, and I'm glad he put this up here, veteran suicide. We lose 22 veterans a day to suicide. I'm going to be honest with you guys. When I first got out of the military, I was almost one of those 22. I had nowhere to go. I didn't know what I was going to do in my life. For 17 years, I'd given to the military. I had no clue where I was going to go, what I was going to do, what job I was going to have, how I was going to make ends meet. I just didn't know. And I'll be honest with you, when you get out, the military does not prepare you. They break you down and build you into the soldier for, like I said, for me, it was 17 years. But they break you down, and you're a soldier. That's what you do every day, every single day for 17 years. That's what I did. I put a uniform on, went to work. I knew where I was supposed to be, what I was supposed to do, who I was supposed to talk to, everything. I mean, where I went, what time I was supposed to eat, all that stuff. And then you get out and you get thrown into the civilian world, and you adapt and you eventually get used to it. But when you go out, it is straight culture shock. I hated being a civilian when I first got out. I hated it. I absolutely despised it. All I wanted to do was put on a uniform and go back. But I couldn't do that. So, I almost stuck a pistol in my mouth and took care of it that way. But I'm glad I didn't. I'm here. Every day is a gift from God that I'm still alive, and I live life because I love to live, and I've met some great people, and I've had some really good support systems in my life. But 22 veterans a day take their lives. 22. That's a big number. You guys really want to think about it. And what is the answer? What is the answer? How do we stop veteran suicide? I think the best way to do it is to make sure just once a week, reach out to one veteran that once a week. One veteran that once a week, reach out to them and say, hey, man, I'm here. You need to talk. If they don't want to talk, then don't force them to talk. But if they do want to talk, they'll talk to you. And I think that if we, as brothers and sisters that are out there, if we reach out once a week to one veteran, that's all I'm asking, to one veteran. Oh, a huge shout out to Sylvester Martinez. I'm sure that's who you're talking about, and he's absolutely one of my favorite people in the world. Love that guy to death. Um, every time I talk to him, he's a great guy. So, and Carl Jones, you're right. The other veterans organizations should be natural allies to the SCV, and the SCV should be natural allies to them. We should be working together to help end these things that are going on in our country. Um, and let me tell you something: when the politics are the way they are right now, and what we've seen in Iraq and Afghanistan in the last couple of months, I believe that the veteran suicide rate will go up, and it always goes up more around the holidays too. Holidays are really hard for these guys. Um, we have got to help these guys out. It's something that's near and dear to my heart. And like I said, guys, you just if you got a guy that's in your SCV camp that's a veteran, ask him how we can get involved with other veteran organizations. I'm sure that 90% of us that have served, we're also involved in another veterans organization. Veterans like to be around veterans. I know I like to be around veterans. And even when I'm around Carl Jones, me and him will start talking about our service, him in the Marine Corps, me in the Army. And we'll talk about our stories. And it's like that whenever you get around if you ever get around two veterans, they're going to talk about their time in service. Doesn't matter if it's Army, Navy, doesn't matter if it's Army, Marine, doesn't matter if it's Marine or Navy, Coast Guard or Air Force. We're all going to talk about those things. Oh yeah, Paul, I've seen you in that bad car that he's got, man. That thing's awesome. That little rat rod that Sly's got, that's pretty cool. But to the veterans that are out there, guys, my brothers, my sisters, thank you for everything you've done, and thank you for the service to this country. We wouldn't be where we're at right now if it wasn't for us signing on that dotted line and writing a blank check for our lives for this country. Our World War II veterans, Vinny, they're leaving at an alarming rate. I think we lose like 25 a day of natural death, and soon they'll all be gone. That's the last big war, and then our Korean War veterans are dying off, and even our Vietnam veterans. I actually just lost a really good friend of mine that I served with in Iraq that was around my age. He just passed away of cancer last week, and I was very, very upset to hear about that. So while you guys are in the chat, what are your ideas? How do you think that we can help solve these problems that are out there in our communities? What are you guys doing? How are you doing it? And what are you doing? Carl Jones. Yeah, we're all right. Yeah. Marine muscles are required, intelligence non-essential. My AWS rides in Navy equipment. Ooh, how about that one? I love teasing the Marines and the sailors. This show's harder to do when you're by yourself than you might think. I should have brought somebody else on. Yeah, helping the older veterans with yard work and car rides. I tell you what, I'm a younger veteran. You can come over and help me with my yard work and give me a car ride. I'll be like Chief, jump in the car. First to fight, last to leave. The Marine Corps? Yeah, that's true. Except the Army did have the largest amphibious landing of all time. So, gotcha. No, just kidding. Sorry that we have some dead. So I'm trying to read the comments and do everything behind the scenes too. So it makes it a little difficult. And I'm probably not going to be on a full hour because it's just a lot harder to do than normal stuff. But But I do want to say that, okay, so the Sam Watkins Brigade is having a brigade Christmas party at Elm Springs on, let me get my dates right here. I don't want to screw any of this up. December 4th. December 4th. All right. I will not be there. I will be attending the SEC championship game with my dad. I'm really looking forward to spending some time with my old man. I actually bought him those tickets for Christmas this year. That's his Christmas present from me for being such an awesome dad for all these years. And it'll be the first time that me and my dad have done anything like that by ourselves, where it's just me and him. We booked a room for the weekend, so it's going to be me and my father hanging out, watching our Bulldogs play against whoever that might be, Alabama or Auburn. Well, no, not Auburn. They're out of it. Alabama or Texas A&M. But anyway, I digress. The 4th of December, the Sam Watkins Brigade is having a Christmas party at Elm Springs. Everybody's invited. Please come out if you're helping. I'm going to make sure that we got some kind of meat. I will probably get something. Charles Ray, hey man, I'm glad to see you on here. Happy Veterans Day to you, brother. And I want to give a shout out to the crayon eating jarheads out there. Happy late birthday. I know yesterday was y'all's 246th. Born in a tavern, a bunch of devil dogs. And let me tell you something. I give the Marine Corps a hard time, but I served with some of them in Iraq. We had some Marines attached to us, and those were absolutely some of the best guys I've ever gone into combat with. And I would be proud to have the Marine Corps by my side at any time. Actually, I'd much rather be behind them because everybody in front of them is going to die. They pretty much just kill everything in their path, and I love that about the Marine Corps. Oh, Carl Jones is going to be there. That's pretty cool. So, my earphones about got caught up. You guys can probably hear Chief snoring in the background. He is a fat, lazy bulldog. I don't know why the Marine Corps decided to pick an English bulldog as their mascot, because they are extremely fat and lazy, and I've never really met a fat, lazy Marine. So, see, I don't know if y'all could hear that or not. Oh, RE Lee Camp 239 is having a chili cook-off November 15th, 7 p.m., Fort Worth, Texas. You guys make sure you're there for that. If you're in the Texas, Dallas, Fort Worth area, right? Dallas, Fort Worth, I think those are close to each other. Uh-oh. And, hey, look, it froze up for a second, but I'm back. Calvin Hart. How you doing, Calvin? I'm glad you guys are watching. First camp out at Kirby Smith, Camp 1209, Confederate Park, Jacksonville, Florida. Love Jacksonville. Man, let me tell you, these guys in 2020 put on a heck of a national reunion. Had a good time there. Things that are going on at Elm Springs. Okay, so we all know that Holly is no longer with us. Alicia has also left. It is, I'm acting just like the Georgia football team. What, winning? Because all we do is win. Yeah, Victor. You guys got beat by South Carolina. Don't talk to me. Anyway, like I said, things are going on at Elm Springs. Bear with us in the merchandising department. We're working hard to Adam's really working hard to get the orders out. I'm working in the gift shop right now. So if you're calling my extension at work and that's why I'm not answering, it's because I'm up in the gift shop. We did hire someone new the other day, and I spent yesterday training them. Of course, we were closed today because of Veterans Day. We'll be open tomorrow. And please just bear with us. We're trying to get things done. It's a slow process. Everybody knows that we're really working on trying to get everything out to you guys. I know Christmas is coming up soon, and you guys are going to be wanting to order things. So we're trying to get them packed up as fast as we can and get them out. And I promise we're doing the best we can. And like I said, if you're trying to call me at my extension at 203, I'm not there a lot. I've been working 4 to 5 days up in the gift shop. Eric and I are trying to split those times, but it takes a lot out of us working up at the gift shop and working in the membership, but we're doing the best we can. I want to thank the volunteers that we've had come up to Elm Springs. They've really been helping out a lot with taking tours off of me and Mr. Cost. And Phil is back there pretty much in membership right now. It's him and Eric, and they're trying to bust through this stuff as fast as possible while other of us are trying to take the other loads from merchandising. But we are a team, and we will get through this, and we'll get everything out to you guys in a timely manner. So, with saying that, since you can't be at the brigade party, come to Shiloh on the first Thursday for ours. Yeah, there we go. Steve, I will definitely try to get down to Shiloh Camp. I love going down. I've only been able to get down there once, but I really want to go down there again. You guys have one of the coolest meeting spots I've ever been to, right there on the Shiloh battlefield. It's so cool. You guys do such an excellent job. Camp 741 working on raising money for a footstone for our camp's namesake, Private William Riley Milton. On the photo and donation information for next week. All right, Victor, get that to me, and I'll make sure that's up next week. All right, man. The Delaware Grays are here. We got a good showing tonight, guys. I want to thank y'all for coming on tonight and bearing with me. I know that not having Moose here, I don't have anybody helping me out on the side, with some witty banner. But I do appreciate y'all being with me tonight. I'm actually gonna play a commercial real quick. I'm gonna come back on, and then we're gonna end this show tonight a little early. But let's see if I can find one that I really like. Well, I'm just going to play the Elm Springs one.
There is a place nestled in the rolling farmland of southern Middle Tennessee. A home constructed in 1837, nearly lost to the ravages of war. Saved by a servant and a Confederate general. A place where families loved and lost. If walls could talk, what stories could be told? If a place, a home, can feel love, loss, pain, surely this is one of those places. Nearby is a more recent structure, and inside are the stories of heroes and heroines, stories of battles won and lost, stories of sacrifices made by the people of its native soil. A place that will tell the true and complete story of the Southland and the war fought for its freedom. From the causes that led to the conflict to the modern-day struggles to protect Southern history. Historic Elm Springs and the Confederate Museum at Elm Springs are the general headquarters for the Sons of Confederate Veterans. A place where the story of the Southland and its historic struggle is preserved and told. Come and discover your history.
Man, I love that commercial. It's just the best. All right. So without further ado, I want to thank y'all all for joining me tonight. Remember to tune in on Monday night when we have SCV chat with the regular guys. It'll be GCB, Moose, and myself. And I don't know who's on Monday night, but join us Monday night, 7 Confederate Standard Time. And without any other words, I want to say thank you to all my veteran brothers and sisters out there. Thank you for answering the call when your country asked you to. God bless each and every one of you. I love you. And as always, stay Southern, my friends. We'll see you next week. Night.